It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington football team and the Philadelphia Eagles. Pulls it in at the 13. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Off the play fake, here's Haskins. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
He was brought down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll hand it off. It's Love. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Now it's Haskins. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Marr able to put this one through. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Intended for Zach.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Play action. Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything? And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Chase Young able to record his 5th sack of the season. They got to figure this out. They got to figure him out. 4 sacks last week. Now one in the first quarter. What do?
Well, great pass rushers usually have a go-to move, but the best pass rushers, they have counters to their go-to move. So they'll show you that. Then when you adjust, they counter it and still get to the quarterback. And you don't pile up that many sacks. What do you have, 4 in the game last week? Without having some go-to moves with counters.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game. Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Wentz now on 1st down. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
By Washington.
They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. From the gun, it's Haskins. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it, Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A gain of 22
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Here's Haskins to throw. Flushed out right. The 20 gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports.
Eagles nothing.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
2nd and 2.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Brought down by
They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
Haskins now off the bootleg. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
To number 17.
Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Marr on for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes this Washington 17. Eagles nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. And he's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Wentz on the give to Sanders, and he gets it down to the 32.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. Flush to his right. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Second down and goal. Wentz. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start the drive with Love here. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
The Washington ball carrier.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And got his man complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Number 89.
A huge play there for Washington. 44 yards.
Washington.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On first down, here's Love. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Second and 5 now. Haskins, he'll buy some time right. And now he's going to use his legs. Haskins, not the most mobile of quarterbacks, but delivering there on the scramble to pick up the first.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there, he had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. They'll run on first down. It's Love. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts
A gain of 2.
as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. 8 yards to go on second down. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. Catch is made by Harry. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now for Love. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. Off the bootleg. Haskins. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Going to give it to Love. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, as the first half is winding down. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Complete. Jefferson the target. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Running to start the drive is Love. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 24 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
A 3-yard.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
56 is Mike. 56 is Mike. You're not.
Shotgun now for Wentz. He may try and run for this. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll bring up a second down. Only needing 2 yards on second down. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now Sanders. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. From the gun, it's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off right around the 43. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Intercepted by
so an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
On first down, Love. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side. So from the 17, here's second and 7.
Second and 7.
They run the counter. It's Gibson. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Check, 47. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Ball carrier. He was
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
with this Washington 31.
They'll come out in the pistol. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
The 2-yard line.
This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Haskins on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down and goal.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Maher is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Too little, Cupcake.
74. Working from the gun, Wentz. Sanders has it over the middle. Give him 8 on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to it and forcing a 3rd down.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Wentz. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Tackles.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't even try to signal for a time. out, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now Haskins. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. Past the 20. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Haskins will throw. Haskins, a quick throw into the hands of McLaurin. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
It'll be Love to try and get the first. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
He's brought down at the
They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
On the play. And the Washington first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run again with Love on 1st down. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And not much room to operate as they'll get this up only to about the 41. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 9 yards on the play and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And they will take a knee here.
The quarterback keeps it.
So it's Washington getting the victory here. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Washington, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.